Part 1. Beneath the Bed. It was a typical night. 8-year-old Lucas had just been tucked in by his mom, who kissed him goodnight and left the room, leaving only the faint glow of his nightlight flickering beside his bed. But there was something different this time, something Lucas couldn't shake. The air felt heavier, like the room was pressing in on him. As he lay there, staring at the ceiling, he heard it. A soft, rhythmic scratching. Faint, almost too quiet to notice. It was coming from beneath his bed. Lucas froze, his breath caught in his throat. At first, he thought maybe it was the dog, but the sound, it didn't move like paws. It moved like claws. The scratching stopped, replaced by a low, hollow sound, almost like breathing. If breathing came from a chest too deep to belong to anything human. Lucas clutched his blanket, pulling it up over his head, hoping to drown out the noise. But then it spoke. "Lucas, come see. What's under the bed?" The voice was raspy, barely above a whisper, but it felt like it crawled inside his ears, wrapping around his brain. His stomach twisted in knots as he tried to ignore it, to pretend it wasn't real. But the voice grew more insistent, closer. Lucas squeezed his eyes shut as tight as he could, his heart hammering against his ribs, but the whisper returned, louder this time. "Look under the bed, Lucas. See what waits for you." He couldn't resist. He didn't want to, but his body moved on its own, driven by a terrible curiosity. Slowly, trembling, he leaned over the side of the bed, his hand gripping the blanket. He peeked over the edge, and what he saw was